Hello. If you visited before, thanks for coming back. If you're new here, welcome. Please check out my channel intro to get acquainted. My name's Pierre-Antoine, and today we're going to learn how to create a standard operating procedure, or SOP for short. So what's an SOP? Well, let's work backwards, taking it one word at a time. It's a procedure, meaning it refers to how something needs to be done, by whom and under which circumstances. It's an operating procedure, meaning it relates to things that help keep your operation running, like receiving ingredients or cleaning equipment. And it's a standard operating procedure because it sets the standards you are looking for in your food safety program to minimize risk and be compliant with the various food industry regulations and norms. You can watch my video on audits and norms to learn more about these. All of your SOPs will have very different content, but the one thing that should be consistent between them all is document design. Consistent, thoughtful document design will help you find what you're looking for, whatever SOP you're looking at. There are a few main points to stick to if you want consistent document design across all of your SOPs. First, you need a simple descriptive title. For example, if you want to make a general sanitation SOP, a good title for the SOP would be General Sanitation. A simple descriptive title makes it easy for you to search for SOPs in a table of contents, an index, or a digital search bar. Second, you should include a purpose statement at the beginning of each SOP. This is where you can put more information that you might have been tempted to put in the title and describe the content of the document. For our general sanitation SOP, a purpose section might look something like, this document will cover general sanitation guidelines, including food contact surface cleaning, dishwashing, and cleaning of floors and walls. Another good thing to include in your SOP is a glossary, especially if you use a lot of acronyms, the technical jargons, or operation-specific terms. For instance, in our general sanitation SOP, you might use the acronym SDS all throughout the document. And you'd want the readers to know that that means safety data sheets, so you put that in the glossary. The next section of an SOP should be for defining roles and responsibilities. This section identifies anyone who's responsible for something outlined in the document, which is important because those people will need training on the SOP once it's established. Using our general sanitation SOP example, the roles and responsibilities section would state all the responsibilities that the general staff has in sanitation and would call out any differences in such responsibilities, such as supervisors validating the cleaning done by operators. Once we've put some context to the SOP in the first few sections, it's time to get to the procedure itself. This is the part of the document where you'll write out the full list of steps that need to be taken for the task to be completed successfully. Usually you'll use a numbered list here with as many sections and steps and sub-steps as needed. You want your sections to be organized in a meaningful way. Depending on the SOP, that could be chronologically or from more frequent to less frequent. For our general sanitation SOP, we'd order things from most critical and most often to least often. So the first section would be about food contact surface cleaning. Second section would be about dishwashing. And the final section would be about the cleaning of floors and walls. Now, for your own general sanitation SOP, you might have more or less sections, and that's completely okay. And if you want to put dishwashing in its own SOP, that's okay too. The procedure section should definitely be the largest part of the document. Once you've documented your procedures, you'll probably have some references that you want to include. So those will go in a references section. This is where you'll list or link to other documents that relate to your current document, like other SOPs, policies, checklists. In our general sanitation SOP, we'd probably refer to the chemical control SOP, any end of day or end of shift sanitation checklists, and possibly some equipment sanitation SOPs. Last but not least, you'll always want to include some sort of tracking of revisions, reviews, and approvals. A number of things need to be tracked here, including the date of the last revision to the document, the name of the person that did the revision, a brief summary of what was changed in the document, the name of the person that reviewed and approved the document, and the date that the SOP was reviewed and approved. Keeping track of SOP revisions allows you to make sure that you always have the right SOP when you go looking for them. And having everything reviewed and approved makes it clear to auditors that your documentation is credible and up to date. We'll talk about audits and annual program revisions more in future videos, so keep an eye out for those. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.